You ever seen that?
I don't know if I've seen 3, but it wasn't fun, that's for sure.
With that being said, what can you say about the team? The fact that they didn't allow more. They got out of that third quarter.
I thought we maintained our composure, and with giving up 3 short-handed goals, we didn't panic. We stuck to the game plan. The guys continued to play hard and smart and continued to vary opportunities, and I think we still control the game even after that. But they get a goal or 2 after that because it was 5-minute major for us. We had 3 goals. And then we took a 5-minute major, and then we scored a short-handed goal. So that was a big goal there. I think it was 1-1 on our 5-minute major.
What'd you do right, John, in the first half that you hadn't been doing maybe as much in the first 3 games? What jumped out at you?
Putting that ball in the net resolves a lot of problems. I think scoring 7 in the first half was a good number for us against a good defensive team and a great goalie. I thought we had a great game last week against Georgia, just couldn't put the ball in the net. So I think the big difference is we scored.
Did that save on the penalty shot there kind of set the tone for the game?
Well, it was very tight early. It seemed like it was going to be a very low-scoring game for the first part of the first quarter into that penalty shot, and it just gave us a little momentum, and we got rolling off of that. I think that was what 5-6 minutes into the game. Yeah. I didn't know it was a penalty shot actually. A clear cut breakaway. Didn't realize that. So because you got to consider who they have a defensive guy going on a breakaway. It's not worth taking that risk because now they're going to substitute for a penalty shot. They're one of their top goal scorers. Matt is a great goalie, made a big save for us.
How big of an impact do you think playing Dylan Ward 9 times in 2.5 years had for this offense to be able to find that rhythm early?
Pardon?
Do you think that playing against Ward of all goalies, having so focused on one of the top goaltenders, helped in creating that much offense?
You can and cannot sometimes. So he can stand on his head, and there's been games where we have a hard time putting balls past him, and like we talked about in the first quarter, it seemed like we were revisiting a couple of years ago. We were just shooting the ball, and he's right at him, and he's at the top of his crease, and it almost looks like it's an impossible to score. But eventually we got to him and changed our shooting lanes. And we got rolled. We got a couple lucky. We got a lucky one when Dane made a pass, and that went in. That was a big goal actually. But it could work against you. It can work for you. Today would obviously work for us.
How do you feel about the way the team's played through 4 games, and how close was tonight to where you want to be?
I'm actually happy with how we've been playing. The guys have been playing hard. I think we've had great games, and the Georgia game we ran into a hot goalie. We could easily be 3-1. We are 2-2, but it's a tough league. There's a lot of great teams, great goalies, great offenses, and so it's hard to go in there and win every night. My message today to the team is, we're okay. I believe in you guys, and you guys do a lot of good things out there. You don't have to try to reinvent the wheel. Stick to the game plan, and we're going to be successful. Eventually, that ball is going to drop, and it did today.
Beating a team that was your finals opponent last year, and I think they won here in the regular season a year ago.
They did.
What does that do for your team's confidence and feeling going forward?
It was good because that game we were referring to, the regular season game that they beat us, it was almost like we kind of felt like we had them all game long, and they just find ways to beat us. It was almost kind of, they have our number. And, we stepped up to the plate, obviously, in the finals, but they have done very well against us in playoffs and regular season, so that was a big win for us against a team that we've struggled against for the last few years.
John, I don't know how many penalty shots you had in your playing days over the years. I'm sure some, but yeah, it's got to be an odd animal, right? Because it's not like a regular breakaway when guys are coming. You got all time to think about it, and both it's completely. It's almost a different game.
It's different because, me personally, I'd rather go in and not think about what's going on and have a defenseman on me and use that to my advantage. Whereas on a penalty shot, you're taking your time. Maybe you're overthinking what you're going to do. So I much prefer. I would take a penalty shot, 100%. But I much prefer just having an opportunity during the game.
John, thoughts on next week's opponent, the Rochester Nighthawks, and what challenges they pose for the Bandits?
They have a great offense, and they're very athletic. They beat us last year. Obviously they're a rival of ours, and it's a big game for both teams. So we're gonna go in there and try to minimize guys like Connor Fields, You know, Connor's a great player, played here in Buffalo. He knows how to put the ball in the net. And, you know, we got to find a way with the ball. I think their goalie Hartley got hurt, so I'm not sure who's playing for them right now. But we'll figure that out, watch video all week long, and figure out what we have to do.
Congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Sean.